Novelist invented such a character, you would say the existence of such a person is not possible. To say that Bakunin and I did not get along is a great understatement. Listen to what he said at the time Engels and I were in Brussels, writing the manifesto. Marx and Engels, especially Marx, are ingrained bourgeois. We were ingrained bourgeois. Of course, compared to Bakunin, everyone was bourgeois, because Bakunin chose to live like a pig. If you did not live like a pig, if you had a roof over your head, if you had a piano in your sitting room, if you enjoyed some fresh bread and wine, you were a bourgeois. I grant the man courage. He was imprisoned, sent to Siberia, escaped, wandered the world trying to foment revolution everywhere. He wanted an anarchist society, but the only anarchism he ever succeeded in establishing was in his head. He tried to start an uprising in Bologna and almost killed himself with his own revolver. His revolutions failed everywhere, but he was like a man whose failure with women spurs him on to more. Did you ever see a photograph of Bakunin? Giant of a man. Bald head, which he covered with a little red cap. Massive beard, ferocious expression. He had no teeth. Scurvy, the result of his prison diet. He seemed to live not in this world, but in some world of his imagination. He was oblivious to money. When he had it, he gave it away. When he didn't have it, he borrowed without any thought of returning it. He had no home. Or you might say, the world was his home. He would arrive at a comrade's house and announce, "I'm here. Where do I sleep? And what is there to eat?" In an hour, he was more at home than his hosts. There was that time in Soho. We were having dinner, and Bakunin burst in, didn't bother to knock. It was his habit to arrive at dinner time. We were surprised. We thought he was in Italy. Whenever we heard about him, he was in some far-off country organizing a revolution. Well, he almost knocked the door off its hinges, came in, looked around, smiled his toothless smile, and said,
"Good evening, comrades."
And without waiting for a response, sat down at the table and began devouring sausage and meat in enormous chunks, stuffing in cheese too, and glass after glass of brandy. Mikhail, try the wine. We have plenty of that. Brandy's expensive.
Absolutely tasteless. Brandy helped you think more clearly.
He then began his usual performance, preaching, ordering, arguing, shouting, exhorting. I was furious, but it was genuine smoke.
Kyle, stop! You're consuming all the oxygen in this room.
Roared with laughter and alarm. Bakunin's head was full of anarchist garbage, romantic, utopian nonsense. I wanted to expel him from the International. Jenny thought this ridiculous.
Why do revolutionary groups with 6 members always threaten someone with expulsion?
He had 100 disguises, because the police were looking for him in every country in Europe. When he came to us in London, he was disguised as a priest. At least he thought so. Ridiculous. But he was with us a week. Once we stayed up the whole night, drinking and arguing and drinking some more until neither of us could walk. In fact, I fell asleep in the midst of one of Bakunin's perorations. Shook me until I woke up.
I haven't finished my point yet.
It was that glorious time, in the winter of 1871, when the Commune had taken power in Paris. Yes, the Paris Commune. Bakunin leaped with his full bulk in that revolution. The French understood him. They had a saying, "On the first day of a revolution, Bakunin is a treasure. On the second day, he should be shot."
Do you know if that magnificent